We were formed from a fetish foundation, firmly footed in our full foolishness until we were found and transformed from our former format to being flawless and faultless. For we were found and transformed by the foremost Father, God. On us, he had this effect that took away our defect, and on the mirror what reflect is the new us that was made perfect. Now this perfection began to draw lots of attention, and our affection for fame made us question our salvation, and we became lost. And on us, life played the series. Stay with me. We felt like we were in a prison, so we wanted a prison break. We wanted to build our empire, so we spent our 24 hours trying to be one of the originals. We wanted to be the Flash, fast enough to seek that which made us weak, forgetting that 7 days without Jesus makes one weak. And we became sicker and weaker. Our story became like the legend of the seeker. We desperately wanted to leave this shanty town of sin. We wanted to become the king of boys. So we kept going from God's throne to the devil's throne, back and forth, till it became the Game of Thrones. And we ended up in a terrible shape. You see, in an attempt to square things up with God, we started to try angles that never worked. But we kept going around in circles until we ended in a rectangle. And the statement of the slithering serpent brought sin, which sold and stole man's soul to Satan. And like the CEO of a power holding company, sin disconnected us from the light, for we couldn't pay the cost. We were like a letter signed and sealed by Satan. We were a mess. But someone decided to turn that mess into a message. He was tested, and that test became our testimony. He turned our past to green pastures. He gave us redemption when we deserved rejection. He was the lamb that was slain to take away our pain, and then he rose again, that his blood may be in our vein and we may have no shame. He rose to make us heroes, that we may not be reduced to zeros. And since the days of the pharaohs, he had already fixed our tomorrows. You see, he will give you a new beginning, a clean sheet like an A4. None can stand against when God be for us. Like Stormzy, I'm blinded by his grace. That is all that I see for. I stand in the newness of his love, so I will never see fall. For my fears to drown, he walked on the sea. For me, I'm constantly amazed by him. He blows my mind like a sea fall. He made the Red Sea to see red. He made the Nile River to be red. His people through the wilderness he led. To save mankind he bled. He healed people with the words he said. The enemy saw him and they fled. The greatness of the Lord is beyond what can be said. You see, he is great beyond the galaxies and the Milky Way. Milky Way. With him, no matter where I nestle, nothing can bring me low. Nothing can bring me low. He is the Trinity at the peak with 3 crowns, and I will always stay loyal to him. That is not a lip thing. That is not a lip thing. It's the one great God, the one and only Olorun, the one true God. Obatolaye Atekun. He is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, stronger than an ekun. We are of his tribe, and he protects his tribe like a motekun. Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and I confidently stand on top of that table. I remain on top of the table, unlike us now. Still, the Lord is the greatest weapon in my arsenal. I have learned to bask in the rhythm and blues of his love. Rhythm and blues, blues like Chelsea. For there is no greater God in this man's city. This man united with the Lord. And now I feel like I'm in Inter Miami because all I see is Messi. You see, it's Messi is tender. It's Messi is tender. That mercy that is Microsoft has given us the PowerPoint to excel. So put him first, like the 1st of January. When it comes to worshiping him, always be there, unlike the 29th of February. For he has given us the grace to march into greatness when he made salvation real after he died and rose in April, that we may be anew and in tune with the month of June. Despite the fact that sometimes we lie, he places us on high that we may fly in July, and then he made it a must to dust us from rust in August. He broke embargoes in September, gave us freedom in October, greatness in November, that we may forever remember at the Exodus in Culture Yard that he sent his son to save us in December. Let me end on this note. I like to bank on the Lord. Opeo. And he puts so much blessings in my hands that my palm cannot pay enough. You see, I first bank on the Lord, for he has given me full access to greatness. In my union with the Lord, my fidelity belongs to him, because like diamond, he has made me sterling. In him I have a guaranteed trust, and he has made me unbeatable by adversaries. Unbeatable by adversaries. UBA. God bless you. Thank you.